Sween.
I am for the container terminal. I've been fighting for this container terminal for the past 2 years at least. The fact is that there are 2 harbors on the East Coast. There are 2 harbors positioned to receive the big super ships that are now being constructed. There is one in Norfolk, Virginia, and there is one in Cape Breton Island, and that is Sydney, Nova Scotia. This is an opportunity that is ours to have. This is our opportunity as mayor. I will ensure it happens, and I will ensure that the benefit of that flows to every man, woman, and child that resides in CBRM.
Thank you, Rankin McSween. Glenn Jessam, you have 1 minute on the container terminal.
I went for a slice of pizza the other night, and a gentleman who professes himself to be a Cecil Clark supporter tells me that we're going to have a container pier. And I said, I'm not for or against it. I said, I'm only for reality. And I said, tell me why and how we're going to have a container pier. And he said, well, we're closer to Japan and China than Vancouver is. The difference is 3 times, okay? Now, what I'm saying is this. I don't mean to pick on this guy. I didn't insult him. I walked away and I smiled, okay? But the reality of the situation is if you look at geography, we are not positioned. We are stuck out. We're not close to mainland North America, and I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. The fallback position of that is that these big ships that aren't yet built are going to offload here to 2 ships and go on other ships to New York. Not going to happen, and they are raising a bridge in New York right now to get bigger ships in there, so I'm sorry. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Give money to small business. They'll create jobs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1 minute to Wilf Isaac.
Yes, Mr. Jessam needs an atlas, and he needs a vision. A vision that John Morgan and John Wally, and with a few other great people down in our CBRM Civic Center, came up with, that we had to get the Greenfield site. It took us $6 million to get it, but we're going to get that $6 million back, and we're going to have a container terminal here also. We've got enough deep water out there to handle the biggest Panamax ships, and bigger as they're being built now, than any other port on the eastern coast. We are the nearest port to Europe and the Mediterranean Sea, which leads to the Suez Canal, and 5 or 2 billion people in India.
Thank you very much, Wilf Isaac. Cecil Clark.
Yes, I want to thank Pat because it's a very important one and it's vital to the overall economic development of our community. And yes, I'm in support of a container terminal because that's why I put forward a port strategy. And that strategy has to bring everybody together to talk about what are the next steps, and both the container terminal and the other diversification opportunities around our harbor. And to do that means we need to bring the community in. And I've said we should have a port summit in November so all community stakeholders can come in. And at that meeting, we present all the reports, have the consultants that have worked for Laurentian and now the municipality come in and make their findings known to the people of this community so we can make sure that we have the best business case, that everyone understands it and knows how we will get to an international ocean-going container terminal and other opportunities, whether that's our cruise, whether that's our other shipping opportunities, Marine Atlantic, and that our port is a living, working port where our libraries and everything can be part of that with jobs created.